Welcome to the Top 10 Box. Today we have listed the 10 richest people in the world for you. Let's get started. Mukesh Ambani is the chairman and managing director of Reliance Industries, the world's largest oil refiner and one of the world's most valuable companies. His net worth is $83.7 billion. The conglomerate was founded by Ambani's father, Dhirubhai Ambani, in 1966 as a textiles company and is now one of the leading segments of India's economy. Mukesh Dhirubhai Ambani was born on April 19, 1957 in the British Crown colony of Yemen into a Gujarati Hindu family to Dhirubhai Ambani and Kokilaben Ambani. Ambani attended the Hill Grange High School at Pedder Road, Mumbai, along with his brother Anand Jain, who later became his close associate. After his secondary schooling, he studied at St. Xavier's College, Mumbai. He then received a B degree in chemical engineering from the Institute of Chemical Technology. Ambani later enrolled for an MBA at Stanford University but withdrew in 1980 to help his father build Reliance, which at the time was still a small but fast-growing enterprise. As of 2016, Ambani was ranked 36 and has consistently held the title of India's richest person on Forbes magazine's list for the past 10 years. He surpassed Jack Ma, executive chairman of Alibaba Group, to become Asia's richest person with a net worth of $44.3 billion in July 2018. He is also the wealthiest person in the world outside North America and Europe. He was appointed as a director of Bank of America and became the first non-American to be on its board. Rough Reliance, he also owns the Indian Premier League franchise Mumbai Indians and is the founder of the Indian Super League. In 2012, Forbes named him one of the richest sports owners in the world. He resides at the Antilia Building, one of the world's most expensive private residences with its value reaching $1 billion. Steve Ballmer, in full Stephen Anthony Ballmer, born March 24, 1956, Detroit, Michigan, U.S. American businessman who was CEO of the computer software company Microsoft Corporation. His net worth is $88.4 billion. Ballmer graduated from Harvard University in 1977 with bachelor's degrees in mathematics and economics. After working for 2 years at consumer products company Procter & Gamble as a product manager, he attended the Stanford University Graduate School of Business. In 1980 he left school to become a business manager for Bill Gates, a friend from Harvard who had dropped out of school and co-founded Microsoft. Over the next 2 decades, Ballmer held various posts as Microsoft grew into one of the most powerful and profitable companies in American history. Much of its initial success was due to the dominance of its operating systems MS/DOS and Windows. In 1998 Ballmer became president of Microsoft, and 2 years later he became the company's chief executive officer, after Gates stepped down from that position to become chairman. Under Ballmer's leadership, Microsoft diversified its focus through new products such as the electronic game console system Xbox, first released in 2001, and the Zune family of portable media players introduced in 2006. Gates, in order to concentrate on his philanthropic interests, withdrew from daily obligations at Microsoft in 2008, making Ballmer even more prominent as the public face of Microsoft. In 2011 Ballmer helped arrange the $8.5 billion acquisition of the internet communication company Skype. It was the largest acquisition in Microsoft's history and placed the company in competition with Apple's video chat service FaceTime and Google's internet communication service Voice. In August 2013 Ballmer announced that he would be stepping down as CEO within a year, and he was succeeded by Satya Nadella in February 2014. Later that year Ballmer purchased the Los Angeles Clippers of the NBA. Sergey Brin was born on August 21, 1973, Moscow, Russia, USSR. American computer scientist and entrepreneur who created, along with Larry Page, the online search engine Google, one of the most successful sites on the internet. His net worth is $89.6 billion. Brin's family moved from Moscow to the United States in 1979. After in 1993 receiving degrees in computer science and mathematics at the University of Maryland, he entered Stanford University's graduate program, where he met Page, a fellow graduate student. The two were both intrigued by the idea of enhancing the ability to extract meaning from the massive data accumulating on the internet. They began working from Page's dormitory room to devise a new type of search technology. Brin received a master's degree in 1995, but he went on leave from Stanford's doctorate program to continue working on the search engine. In mid-1998, Brin and Page began receiving outside financing, and they ultimately raised about $1 million from investors and from family and friends. They called their updated search engine Google and created the corporation Google Incorporated. By 2004, users were accessing the website 200 million times a day. On August 19, 2004, Google Incorporated issued its initial public offering, which netted more than $3.8 billion for Brin. In 2006, Google acquired YouTube, the web's most popular site for user-submitted streaming videos, for $1.65 billion in stock. The move reflected the company's efforts to expand its services beyond internet searches. In April 2011, Brin relinquished his duties as president of technology to become director of special projects. Google was reorganized in August 2015 to become a subsidiary of Alphabet Incorporated, a newly created holding company with Brin as its president. In December 2019, he left the post, though he continued to serve on Alphabet's board of directors. Larry Page, her name is Lawrence Edward Page, was born on March 26, 1973, in East Lansing, Michigan, USA. American computer scientist and entrepreneur who, with Sergey Brin, created the online search engine Google, one of the most popular sites on the internet. His net worth is $93.6 billion. Page, whose father was a professor of computer science at Michigan State University, received a computer engineering degree from the University of Michigan in 1995 and entered into the doctorate program at Stanford, where he met Brin. The two were both intrigued with the idea of enhancing the ability to extract meaning from the massive data accumulated on the internet. Working from Page's dormitory room, they devised a new type of search engine technology. In order to further their search engine, Page and Brin raised about $1 million in outside financing from investors, family, and friends. They called their expanded search engine Google. By September 1998, the two had founded Google Incorporated, with Page as chief executive officer. The next year, Google received $25 million of venture capital funding and was processing 500,000 queries per day. Page stepped down as chief executive officer in 2001 to become president of products. He was replaced as chief executive officer by technology executive Eric Schmidt. However, both he and Brin remained intimately involved in running Google. On August 19, 2004, Google Incorporated issued its initial public offering, which netted Page more than $3.8 billion. In 2011, Page resumed his duties as Google's chief executive officer, Schmidt having moved to the position of executive chairman. Google was restructured in August 2015 as a subsidiary of the newly created holding company Alphabet Incorporated, and Page became chief executive officer of Alphabet. Page left that post in December 2019 but continued to serve on Alphabet's board of directors. Warren Buffett, in full Warren Edward Buffett, was born on August 30, 1930, Omaha, Nebraska, U.S. American businessman and philanthropist, widely considered the most successful investor of the 20th and early 21st centuries, having defied prevailing investment trends to amass a personal fortune of more than $100 billion. His net worth is $98.2 billion. Known as the Oracle of Omaha, Buffett was the son of U.S. Representative Howard Homan Buffett from Nebraska. In 1050, after graduating from the University of Nebraska, in 1951, he studied with Benjamin Graham at the Columbia University School of Business. In 1956, Buffett returned to Omaha and in 1965 took majority control of the textile manufacturer Berkshire Hathaway Incorporated, turning it into his primary investment vehicle. Though Buffett's success with Berkshire Hathaway made him one of the world's wealthiest men, he eschewed lavish spending and criticized governmental policies and taxation that favored the rich over the middle or lower classes. In June 2006, Buffett announced that he planned to donate more than 80% of his wealth to charitable foundations. In 2020, he raised that amount to 99%. In 2010, Buffett and the Gateses created the Giving Pledge, an invitation to other wealthy individuals to donate the majority of their fortune to charities. During the subprime mortgage crisis of 2007-08, Buffett made a number of deals that, though questioned at the time, proved highly profitable. Berkshire Hathaway also had significant shareholdings in companies it did not control, including Coca-Cola and Apple. In 2011, Buffett was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Bill Gates, in full William Henry Gates III, was born on October 28, 1955, Seattle, Washington, U.S. American computer programmer and entrepreneur who co-founded Microsoft Corporation, the world's largest personal computer software company. His net worth is $111 billion. Gates wrote his first software program at the age of 13. In 1975, Gates, then a sophomore at Harvard University, joined his hometown friend Paul G. Allen to develop software for the first microcomputers. Gates left Harvard during his junior year and, with Allen, formed Microsoft. By the start of the 1990s, he had become the PC industry's ultimate kingmaker. Largely on the strength of Microsoft's success, Gates amassed a huge paper fortune as the company's largest individual shareholder. He became a paper billionaire in 1986, and within a decade his net worth had reached into the tens of billions of dollars. With few interests beyond software and the potential of information technology, Gates at first preferred to stay out of the public eye, handling civic and philanthropic affairs indirectly through one of his foundations. Nevertheless, as Microsoft's power and reputation grew, and especially as it attracted the attention of the U.S. Justice Department's Antitrust Division, Gates, with some reluctance, became a more public figure. At the beginning of the 21st century, the foundation continued to focus on global health and global development, as well as community and education causes in the United States. After a short transition period, Gates relinquished day-to-day oversight of Microsoft in June 2008 in order to devote more time to the Bill v. Melinda Gates Foundation. In February 2014, he stepped down as chairman but continued to serve as a board member until 2020. During this time, he was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom. The documentary series Inside Bill's Brain, Decoding Bill Gates appeared in 2019. 2 years later, Gates and his wife divorced. Gautam Adani is the founder and chairman of the Adani Group, which ranks among the top 3 industrial conglomerates in India. Each of the group's businesses focuses on helping build world-class infrastructure capabilities to help accelerate the growth of India. His net worth is $125 billion. Adani Group consists of 7 publicly listed entities with a combined market capitalization in excess of $242.73 billion, with businesses spanning energy, ports v. logistics, mining v. resources, gas, defense v. aerospace, and airports. The group has established a leadership position in India in each of its business areas. Mr. Adani aims to make India one of the most significant players in sustainable energy by investing in the renewable ecosystem spanning solar manufacturing, generation, and solar park businesses. He dreams of making India self-reliant in defense and security. Adani Foundation, the group's corporate social responsibility arm, is among his key interest areas. The Foundation's Pan-India initiatives across critical sectors of education, healthcare, sustainable livelihoods, and community infrastructure development touch more than 3.4 million lives annually in 2315 villages across 18 Indian states. Bernard Arnault was born on March 5, 1949, Roubaix, France. French businessman best known as the chairman and chief executive officer of the French conglomerate LVMH, Moët Hennessy Louis Vuitton SA, the largest luxury products company in the world. His net worth is $141 billion. Arnault graduated from the École Polytechnique in Paris with a degree in engineering. In 1971, he took control of his father's construction firm Farrad Savinel. 8 years later, he changed the company's name to Farinel Incorporated and shifted its focus to real estate. With $15 million of his own money, Arnault, together with Antoine Bernheim, a managing partner of the French bank Lazard Frères & Company, raised the $80 million necessary to purchase Boussac Saint Frères, a bankrupt textile company that owned the fashion house of Christian Dior. Arnault continued to acquire luxury brands, including the Italian company Fendi, the iconic French department store La Samaritaine, Italian jewelry brand Bulgari, and the classic American jeweler Tiffany & Company. In 2014, he also built the Fondation Louis Vuitton, a contemporary art museum in the Bois de Boulogne, Paris, designed by Canadian-American architect Frank Gehry. In 2007, Arnault was named Commander of the Legion of Honor, one of France's highest distinctions. Jeff Bezos, by name of Jeffrey Preston Bezos, was born on January 12, 1964, Albuquerque, New Mexico, U.S. American entrepreneur who played a key role in the growth of e-commerce as the founder and chief executive officer of Amazon.com, Inc., an online merchant of books and later of a wide variety of products. His net worth is $144 billion. Under his guidance, Amazon became the largest retailer on the World Wide Web and the model for internet sales. After in 1986 graduating summa cum laude from Princeton University with degrees in electrical engineering and computer science, he undertook a series of jobs before joining the New York investment bank D. E. Shaw VE Company in 1990. Soon named Senior Vice President, Bezos was in charge of examining the investment possibilities of the internet. In 1994, he quit D. E. Shaw and moved to Seattle, Washington, to open a virtual bookstore. Working out of his garage with a handful of employees, Bezos began developing the software for the site. Named after the South American river, Amazon sold its first book in July 1995. Amazon quickly became the leader in e-commerce. Open 24 hours a day, the site was user-friendly, encouraging browsers to post their own reviews of books and offering discounts, personalized recommendations, and searches for out-of-print books. In 2020, Amazon registered record profits. In the fourth quarter, that year surpassed $100 billion for the first time. The unprecedented numbers were, in part, caused by a rise in home shopping during the COVID-19 pandemic. In February 2021, Bezos announced that he would be stepping down as chief executive officer later that year. However, he planned to remain at Amazon as executive chairman. Elon Musk was born on June 28, 1971, Pretoria, South Africa. Elon Musk payment firm PayPal and formed SpaceX, maker of launched vehicles and spacecraft. He was also one of the first significant investors in, as well as chief executive officer of, the electric car manufacturer Tesla. His net worth is $228 billion. Musk was born to a South African father and a Canadian mother. He displayed an early talent for computers and entrepreneurship. In 1988, after obtaining a Canadian passport, Musk left South Africa because he was unwilling to support apartheid through compulsory military service and because he sought the greater economic opportunities available in the United States. Musk attended Queen's University in Kingston, Ontario, and in 1992 he transferred to the University of Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, where he received bachelor's degrees in physics and economics in 1997. He enrolled in graduate school in physics at Stanford University in California, but he left after only 2 days because he felt that the internet had much more potential to change society than work in physics. Musk then founded an online financial services company, X.com, which later became PayPal, which specialized in transferring money online. The online auction eBay bought PayPal in 2002 for $1.5 billion. In 2002, he founded Space Exploration Technologies to make more affordable rockets. Its first 2 rockets were the Falcon 1 and the larger Falcon 9, which were designed to cost much less than competing rockets. In 2004, he became one of the major funders of Tesla Motors, an electric car company founded by entrepreneurs Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning. Musk was critical of Twitter's commitment to principles of free speech in light of the company's content moderation policies. Early in April 2022, Twitter's filings with the SEC disclosed that Musk had bought more than 9% of the company. We have come to the end of the video. Do not forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.